Men often believe that women communicate their attraction in obvious, straightforward ways. A smile here, a compliment there, or a direct confession of feelings. But in reality, female psychology operates with far more subtlety. Attraction is rarely announced. It is suggested, hinted, and revealed in delicate signals that most men completely overlook. And when a man fails to notice these signals, he risks missing opportunities that could transform his relationships and his confidence. That's why in today's video, we will uncover 5 secret signs she's into you. Clues so subtle that most men never notice them. These aren't your typical cliches like she plays with her hair or she laughs at your jokes. Instead, we will go deeper into the psychology of attraction, human behavior, and even the philosophical insights that help us interpret them. To guide us, we will draw wisdom from Byung-Chul Han, the Korean-German philosopher whose ideas about society, attention, and human interaction have captivated audiences worldwide. Han argues that in today's digital age, people are more distracted, more self-absorbed, and less capable of genuine attention. That's why recognizing these secret signals from women is not just about attraction. It's about reclaiming the ability to see beyond surface appearances, to notice what others miss, and to develop the kind of presence that makes you unforgettable. So, if you've ever wondered whether a woman is truly interested in you, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you will have a sharper eye, a more disciplined mind, and a deeper understanding of the signs that reveal genuine attraction. Let's begin. Part 1. The sign of subtle proximity. First secret sign that a woman is into you is her consistent yet subtle effort to be physically closer to you without making it obvious. Most men expect direct advances. They think attraction will be spelled out in clear gestures. But female psychology is far more discreet. Instead of walking straight up and confessing interest, she may choose to place herself within your environment again and again. She may not sit directly next to you, but you'll notice she always ends up in the same circle, the same hallway, the same conversation group. Byung-Chul Han reminds us that in our hyper-digitalized society, presence itself is becoming a rare gift. People spend more time on screens than in real human connection. So when a woman makes the effort to create shared space with you, even in subtle ways, she is signaling value. She is choosing presence over distance. This doesn't mean she is chasing you, nor does it mean she is desperate. Rather, it's an ancient, instinctive form of courtship. Just as animals position themselves within the view of potential mates, human beings too use proximity as a quiet signal of attraction. The mistake most men make? They don't notice. They treat it as coincidence. They fail to see that the woman who just happens to pass by their desk, who just happens to be at the same social gatherings, who lingers a little longer in conversation, is actually positioning herself deliberately. The Stoic interpretation here is powerful. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Observe always that everything is the result of change, and get used to thinking that there is nothing nature loves so much as to change existing forms and to make new ones like them." When you notice change, her presence where it wasn't before, it's not random. It's a signal, a shift in form, a sign of attraction manifesting itself in subtle movement. So the next time you notice a woman consistently placing herself near you, without explanation, don't dismiss it. Recognize it as one of the most overlooked signs of interest. It's not loud, it's not obvious, but it is deliberate. Part 2. The sign of emotional availability in conversation. The second secret sign that she's into you lies not in her body language, but in the quality of attention she gives you during conversation. Most men focus on whether a woman laughs at their jokes or nods politely. But a deeper indicator is her willingness to open up emotionally. Does she share personal stories with you that she wouldn't share with just anyone? Does she reveal vulnerabilities, small struggles, or meaningful moments from her life? If she does, this is not casual. It is intentional. Byung-Chul Han argues that our age suffers from a crisis of attention. In his words, people live in a society of tiredness, where true listening is scarce and most interactions remain superficial. That's why when a woman gives you genuine emotional attention, when she doesn't just answer questions mechanically, but invests herself in the dialogue, it is a profound sign of interest. Think about it. In a world where everyone is distracted, who we choose to truly listen to becomes a statement of value. If she remembers small details you mentioned, if she circles back to topics you care about, or if she opens a deeper emotional channel, it means she sees you not just as a background character, but as someone significant. The Stoics would tell us that character is revealed not in words alone, but in the way those words are used. Epictetus taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." If she listens deeply, if she engages with your words in a way others do not, she is demonstrating attraction through respect and emotional availability. Most men miss this because they're too focused on trying to impress her. They talk endlessly, trying to dominate the conversation, not realizing that the true sign of interest is when she invests her inner world into the dialogue. So, the second secret sign is this. She gives you emotional availability in conversation. Not surface talk, not polite chatter, but genuine openness. This is her way of saying without words, you matter more than the others. The third secret sign is her micro-expressions, the tiny involuntary signals on her face that reveal emotions she cannot hide. Unlike rehearsed body language, micro-expressions last only fractions of a second. A flash of a smile when you walk into the room, a spark in her eyes when you speak, a subtle raising of the eyebrows when you share a story. These signals are powerful because they are unconscious. They bypass her rational filter. Byung-Chul Han often speaks about the difference between the transparent and the hidden in human interaction. In today's culture of constant display, selfies, status updates, performative behaviors, authenticity becomes rare. But micro-expressions are authenticity revealed. They are signals that break through her controlled exterior. For example, when you enter her presence, she may attempt to act neutral, but her lips might curl slightly before she regains composure. Or when you tease her playfully, you might see a suppressed smile that she tries to hide from others. These are not coincidences. They are expressions of genuine attraction leaking through her defenses. The Stoics remind us to pay attention to nature, to the things that reveal themselves only briefly. Seneca wrote, "Nature does not reveal her mysteries once and for all. She keeps back much that is hidden and brings forth what she chooses." A woman's micro-expressions are like this, mysteries she tries to conceal, but nature brings them forth. Most men overlook these subtle flashes because they are too busy searching for grand gestures. But the wise man notices what others ignore. He trains himself to see the hidden smile, the softening of her tone, the flicker of admiration in her eyes. These signs, though fleeting, are among the strongest indicators that she is into you. Part 4. The sign of time. Investment. The fourth secret sign is her willingness to invest her time in you, even when she doesn't have to. In today's world, time is the most valuable resource. People guard it fiercely. That's why if a woman repeatedly chooses to spend her time with you, whether through messages, calls, or physical presence, it is not casual. It is a choice that signals attraction. Byung-Chul Han calls our modern age a society of acceleration, where people are constantly rushing, multitasking, and consuming information. Within this climate, attention spans shrink, and people rarely commit themselves fully to anything. That's why when a woman slows down her pace of life to give you her attention, when she lingers in conversation, when she stretches out a meeting, when she stays longer even after her obligations are over. This is a powerful sign. Think about it. She could be anywhere else, doing anything else, yet she chooses to remain in your presence. That is an investment, and investments are rarely made without interest. The Stoics teach us to measure value not by words, but by deeds. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In the same way, waste no time wondering if she values you. Observe her actions. If her actions show that she invests her most precious resource, time, in you, the answer is clear. Most men make the mistake of assuming that if she isn't constantly messaging or calling, she must not be interested. But the truth is, quality outweighs quantity. When she makes room in her schedule, when she prolongs moments, when she prioritizes you over other commitments, that is the fourth secret sign she's into you. Part 5. The sign of protective jealousy. Fifth secret sign is one of the most misunderstood. Subtle jealousy, not expressed in anger, but in protectiveness. When a woman is truly into you, she will show concern when other women enter the picture. She may not declare it openly, but her behavior will shift. Her tone may change when another woman's name comes up. She may ask curious questions about your female friends. She may even tease you in ways that lightly conceal her deeper feelings. Byung-Chul Han writes about how modern culture often hides emotions under layers of performance. Social media, polite conversation, and self-image management all create masks. But jealousy is an emotion that resists masks. Even when suppressed, it leaks through in questions and reactions. In the sudden silence after a story about another woman, the Stoics, though often seen as advocates of emotional suppression, actually believed in understanding emotions as signals. Epictetus taught, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." If she is disturbed by the presence of other women in your life, it reveals her opinion of you, that you are valuable, that she wants exclusivity, that losing your attention would be a genuine loss. Most men misunderstand this sign. They either ignore it or interpret it as negativity. But the wise man recognizes protective jealousy for what it is, a hidden confession of interest. She may never say the words directly, but her reactions reveal her heart. When you notice her subtle protectiveness, don't exploit it, but don't ignore it either. See it as the fifth secret sign. She wants you in her life, and she doesn't want competition to take you away. The sixth secret sign is her digital behavior, how she engages with you in the online world. In Byung-Chul Han's work, he explains that we live in a society of transparency, where digital footprints reveal more than we realize. In this age, our phones are like mirrors of our inner world. That's why the way a woman interacts with you digitally often reveals her hidden attraction. Look closely. Does she watch your stories almost immediately? Does she respond to your posts with comments or emojis, even subtle ones? Does she find excuses to message you late at night, when distractions are fewer? These actions may seem small, but they reveal intent. Most men underestimate digital presence, treating it as casual. But Han would say that in a world where attention is fragmented, choosing to give someone your digital focus is an act of prioritization. If she consistently engages with you online, it means you occupy her thoughts even when you're not physically around. The Stoics would encourage us to look beyond appearances and study patterns. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Observe how all things are continually being born of change." A woman's sudden shift toward greater digital attention is not random change. It is a new pattern forming, a quiet declaration of interest. So the sixth sign is clear. If she invests in your digital presence, if she subtly maintains contact in the online world, it means she wants to keep you close even when you are apart. Part 7. The sign of genuine comfort and relaxed vulnerability. The seventh and final secret sign is her comfort level when she is around you. The way she allows herself to relax, to be authentic, and to reveal her vulnerabilities. Attraction is not only about excitement, nervousness, or playful tension. True attraction is also about the safety she feels in your presence. Does she stop overthinking her words when talking to you? Does she let her guard down, showing sides of herself she hides from others? Maybe she laughs in a carefree way, or admits things she's embarrassed about, or even shows you her unpolished self. Byung-Chul Han warns that modern life pressures people to perform constantly, always polished, always perfect, always projected. But when a woman stops performing around you, when she allows silence, imperfection, and authenticity, that is attraction on its deepest level. The Stoics remind us that trust is the foundation of human relationships. Seneca said, "One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood. When she feels understood by you, she feels safe. And safety is one of the strongest signs of desire, because she sees you not just as a fleeting presence, but as a man she can trust with her inner world." Most men confuse attraction with surface-level flirting. But the wise man knows the real sign is when she becomes comfortable enough to let go of her mask. That is when her interest is most authentic, ending, bringing it all together. Let's bring all of this together. We've uncovered 5 secret signs most men never notice. But today we went further. We revealed 7. From her subtle proximity, to her emotional availability, her micro-expressions, her time investment, her protective jealousy, her digital presence, and finally, her genuine comfort around you. Each of these is a quiet but powerful declaration that she is into you. Byung-Chul Han teaches us that in today's noisy world, true signals are hidden beneath layers of distraction. Most men miss them because they are too busy chasing, too busy projecting, too busy performing. But the man who pays attention, the man who can see what others overlook, gains not only an advantage in attraction, but also wisdom in human connection. And the Stoics remind us that life is about perception. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If you react with awareness, patience, and discipline, you will no longer be blind to female psychology. You will see the truth hidden in plain sight. So the next time you wonder if she's into you, don't wait for the obvious. Look for the subtle. Notice the hidden, because it is in the quiet signals, the unspoken signs, and the smallest gestures that true attraction reveals itself. And remember this: when you master the art of perception, you not only understand women better, you understand life better. That is the gift of philosophy, psychology, and wisdom combined.